Hi guys, my name is Alex Bedford, and this is my before and after story. Where my story starts is just a little backstory. I grew up in a Christian home. I went to church every Sunday. All my friends went to church. All my friends and I went to youth group every Wednesday night. I was always doing something with the church. And yeah, that's just how I grew up. I was always the good kid, never stuck my nose in anything that was too bad. I just always wanted to please my parents. But throughout growing up, I still always had questions. And I was just wondering if being a Christian is truly everything that it's meant to be, and if following Christ is the only religion when there's 1,000 out there which sometimes have better messages and don't require as much. But coming into college is where things really started to change for me, and it's where I started to really question my beliefs deeply. So then when I came to my freshman year of college a couple of years ago, I went to my first crew meeting, and it was very interesting to me. I only went because there were girls and they invited us. I wasn't thinking when I was coming to college that I would attend church, and I thought it would just be a phase in my life that was just there that I pleased my parents for. And so after I went through my first crew meeting, I was invited to a D group by a fellow student, and it was just very different than any of the youth groups or any of the small groups I'd been through throughout high school. At this small group, they actually studied the Bible. At the small groups in high school, we would just talk about girls and talk about school. And so it was interesting to just study the Bible and see these guys' lives that were changed by following Christ. And I was yearning for that, but I didn't know it. And so it took about 2 months of just going to this small group and these guys investing time with me and seeing that these people truly care about me, and instead I was going to parties and just wasting my time with people who didn't really care about me or really want to get to know me. I was just really used or felt used. And so these people were expressing Christ to me, and just to hear them talk about Christ as a loving father who would always be there for you. Through searching through other religions, I'd never really found that in another religion. A father who truly cares about you and would do anything just to be with you, and that struck a chord with me. And so I just made the decision that I would follow Christ, which means I just give my life over to him. And I made that decision 2 years ago, and it's been the best decision I've made with my life. It's had its ups and downs, but I would say that knowing there's a God who's loved me for who I am, and I don't have to do anything, even though I make mistakes all the time, has been a positive for me.